Hello, beautiful people. Welcome to Frame by Frame, Nikon's very own podcast show live at the Exposure Festival here in Sharjah City, where we deep dive into the heart of photography and videography, exploring tips, techniques, insights, and stories of renowned photographers all around the globe. Join us as we uncover the magic behind the lens in each and every episode. Hi, I'm Elle Laine, your host for today's podcast. A little bit about me, I'm a content creator both in video and photo, also hair and makeup artist too, but hey, guess what? I'm not in the hot seat for today. Joining me live is an amazing DOP and videographer hailing all the way in Dubai is Mohammed Rezai. Mohammed,
Hello.
how are you? Tell me, how's your experience and exposure so far? By the way, guys, I just grabbed him as he passed by our stall, and now he's in the hot seat. So tell us more about you.
Here, and it's been an amazing place so far, and I really love the Nikon booth. We just had a workshop about how to edit light trails and everything. It was amazing. My name is Mohammed Rezai. I'm from Iran. I'm a DOP and videographer. I've been doing this for about 15 years now.
Great, DOP. As you can see, 15 years, and now that thank you so much for attending all the workshops. How do you find it so far? Is this your first workshop of the day?
Yeah, we arrived a bit late, but yeah, that was the first workshop. It was really wonderful. Like the amount of insight that she went into about how to first of all, how to compose that photo, and then how to edit it in Photoshop to get that light trails and everything was really beautiful done.
Guys, before I start interrogating Mohammed, I'd like you to know that we have a live workshop happening every hour here at the Nikon stand located at the Traders Hall in Zone D. So if in case you are interested to learn more and enhance those technical skills, please do drop by and join us for our live workshop. So again, back to you, Mohammed. Tell me, how did you get into videography in the first place? Like, what inspired you, and what I would also ask you the gears that you use as your go-to.
Okay, so 15 years ago, I was in 10th grade in Dubai National School, if you know where that is, and as a part of like extracurricular activities for our English class, our English professor asked us to write a script, write a poem, story, whatever. So my friends and I, we wrote a script. Most of it, I did it. But film this. What do you think? Back then, there was no rain dance, there was no Nikon school, there was nobody really to teach us. So a friend of mine had one of these like flip cameras. If you're not old enough to remember what a flip camera is, it was basically like an iPod that had a camera in it, shot 720p video, which was amazing back
the biggest
then.
At that time, by the way, guys.
And yeah, we shot it, I edited it, I learned how to edit while editing it. And then when I exported the video and when I saw what we had created, which was not good, but it was our first effort. But when I finished watching it for the first time, I was like, this is it. This is what I want to do for the rest of my life. And I was very fortunate to have found that passion in what I want to do with the rest of my life at such a young age. And for your second question, currently my kit is a Nikon Z8 and a plethora of lenses. So we have the 28-75 f2.8, which is our workhorse lens for like event videography and event coverage. And then for the more controlled styled shootings, I use the f1.8 primes. So the 24, 35, 50, and 85 are all in the kit. The reason why I chose the Z8, Elaine, is if you know about Nikon, then you know then that they don't have a cinema line. So what happens is they put all these amazing cinema line features on their like high-end cameras, on the Z9 and Z8. And I was keen on getting a Z9, but the thing about the Z9, unfortunately, is just it's too heavy for what I do, which is like 7-8 hours of video per day.
That is what they've said. It is considered the lightweight camera, integrating all of those video features that you've just mentioned right now.
Yeah. And then when they came out with the Z8, like it was like 35% lighter, much smaller, much easier to handle on a gimbal. So just, I think a month after it came out, we got it, and I've been loving it so far. It's been amazing.
Woohoo! All right. So, what has been your favorite project so far as a videographer?
During the entire career.
Entire career at this
Okay.
point.
So we shot this wedding in Cappadocia, Turkey, which, if you don't know, that is the city of balloons. So when in the sunrise, all these balloons go up in the air, and it's just such a magical um, place to be in. And it's like everyone there is just so enamored with everything that's going on, with the vibe and the mood and like all the balloons in the sky. And actually, this was back in 2020, and we shot that with the Z5. Um,
That's when
and
it launched out during COVID.
Yeah.
Right, right.
Yeah.
Imagine. So, how did you get out of the country? What is happening? Tell me.
so yeah, we were actually flown out
Okay.
to Turkey, to Cappadocia, to cover that
One
wedding.
of the few people that were able to fly out during COVID using the Z9, Z5, my bad, Z5 when it
Z5.
launched at that time.
Yeah,
Right?
yeah, and yeah, that was like the most memorable project because of like because you had to wake up at like 4 in the morning to because that's when all the balloons are like inflating and getting ready to go up. So you get up at 4 in the morning, actually 3 in the morning. You leave to go to the location at 4, and then there is this hectic period of about 2 hours where you're chasing the balloons from where they go up from, and then you have to chase where they're going because it really depends on the wind and everything.
Amazing.
So you're chasing them, and then finally where they land. So they have this you have this like 2 hour time, where less than 2 hours, I think 1.5 hours at most, where you're like chasing all these balloons about how to get the shot and everything, and then all that is fine. The most challenging part is like directing the people about where you want them to stand, what you want them to do. But it's and sometimes like you have to do it twice. So we stay another day to catch the balloons going up. But like that was in my career, that and all the short films I've made. of course.
Absolutely. One day for B-rolls, one day for the main event at that
Definitely.
point. Quick question. Do you actually bring in lights, considering you are moving about really, really fast with the Z8 and capturing all of these moments? What lights do you bring on set, or is it more compatible handy lights that you carry on set? Let us know if you also bring continuous lights on board. Yeah.
Yeah, so it really depends on the project. For run and gun shoots, I usually tend to go with natural light or reflector at most because we really don't have the time to set up lights and don't have like the place to set up lights. But for more control shoots, like another part of my work is corporate gigs. So I do advertisements, commercials, and content creation for like companies. So in those areas, we have to set up lights. So the lights that I use NAN lights. I have a couple of NAN lights. But then on some projects where we have to go outside, for example, we're shooting at night. And another thing about the Z8 is its second base ISO is really helpful for low lights. That is ISO 4000. And so there I actually have a couple of Zhiyun lights, the X100,
Great.
which is like really lightweight, really small, compact, has its own battery. So we just fire those up, and I have a couple of assistants with me, and we can really, handle the project with just the Z8, the primes, and also like a couple of Xeon lights.
Any audio do you bring on set as well?
So yes, I used to have what do you call it? A G3 from Sennheiser as a lav mic, and then the H6 recorder from Zoom. But recently we've changed to the Rode Wireless Pro, which I think for the price and like all the features, it has 32-bit float recording, audio float recording, which if you know what that is, then you know you should get it. It's been wonderful so far.
Brilliant. He's already shared all his nice little bag and secrets right there. Guys, my last question to you as well. I wanted to know, what would be your advice to those aspiring videographers out there who are just getting into videography? What would you tell them? How do you get them started? What's their beginner kit basically as well? Just tell them that bit of a secret as well.
Okay, so my advice would be find your niche. And I talk about this a lot. When you're first starting out, you have to find what you're good at and what you like doing. So shoot everything that you can. So go out and take all the opportunities that are given to you. Shoot weddings, shoot wildlife, shoot events, shoot short films, whatever, any project that comes to you, even if you're not paid, do it. Because from that you will learn what you like to do, because sometimes you may go and shoot an event for 9 hours and you're like, oh God, I don't want to be shooting 9 hours, so I don't want to do that. So you cross it off the list. Find what you like, specialize in it, get the specialized equipment that you need for it, and put your name out there. That's the most important thing, is being able to connect yourself with the people within that industry. For example, if you're doing weddings, connect with the people within the wedding industry, not just wedding photographers,
Brilliant.
wedding planners, makeup artists, the venues. All these people, they all can come together and form a team. So find your niche and do what you like, and put your name out there within that niche, and you find success there.
Absolutely stellar advice out there, Mohammed. Honestly, you have to be a all-rounder as well when you just start out to be able to find out your niche. So that actually ends our episode. I wish we could talk so much longer. This has been super, super great, because I'm also intrigued to know what you actually do and like the heart of your project. So for those who are watching, how can they find you on social media? Is there something, can you plug your social media handle as well?
Well, thank you. Yes, I am mohammadrezai.dop on Instagram. That is MohammadRezaie.dop. That's too much, but yeah, that's my handle on Instagram. You can find me there.
All right, there you have it, guys. I'd like you to stay tuned for more episodes from Frame by Frame. And if you are here in Exposure, come drop by, say hi to me, say hi to any one of our Nikon people and staff over here. Do get to experience our photo stand with stellar equipment out there, and the Z8, like Mohammed was talking about as well. And of course, our live workshops as well. There's a lot of things for you to do here and a lot of things for you to learn. Thank you so much for joining today, and bye-bye.